Hey everybody, my name is Esther and I have young onset Parkinson's disease. If you're not already following me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel or hit the follow button. So, I am starting week 2 on Crexont, the new Parkinson's medication, the newer formulation of the old classic Levadopa, Carbidopa. I'm going to put a link in here that's going to explain how it's different from the previous generation Rytary. And there are some really important differences, specifically in what's called it has a novel delivery system, which means it adheres to the lining of a part of our intestine, and it is having a granule in the capsule, one that releases immediately and one that has a longer action. And so if you're into the science and stuff, like, I'll put a link in there and you can read, but I'm not going to get into it. So, how am I feeling on it? That's the question of the day. And going into week 2, I can definitely say better. Week 1 was rough. The dosage that I started with was definitely too low. Bumped it up a little too high. That wasn't fun. Brought it back down, leveled out. And you have to understand, for me, when I have those fluctuations, it means dyskinesia. And dyskinesia sucks. If you've ever had it, if you know, you know. But also I am finding more dystonia on Crexont than I have on some of the other medications. And so for me, the dystonia happens in my neck, and I also have been getting rigidity, which I get in my groin and in my leg, and also stiffness in my arm, which just makes it hard to do the things that we need to do. You know, I'm a mom to young children. I need to get stuff done, and so when I have these harder off periods, it's like I had kind of already told my family, like, prepare for the next couple weeks to just be like, if I say I can't do stuff, I can't do stuff. Life will go on. But, you know, I'm not going to push myself through these adjustment periods, because we have to give ourselves patience and grace always, and, give these medications a chance to work. Now, going into week 2, the really good thing is I do feel like the dose that I'm at now is that, balance. I always say, though, we're like chasing a moving target. So, like, I don't expect things to last forever, but right now this feels like a good dose. And it's always important to, I feel like, not get married to anything in this disease when it comes to the dosage and the medication, because it's not like, it's a progressive disease, like, it's not static. So I feel like I've found the dose. I feel like I'm finding the timing, which is the other big thing. Like, timing is so important. It looks like I'm pretty consistently getting 4 hours out of each dose. Now, again, don't compare yourself to me. That's why I'm not telling you my dose. Although I probably will if somebody asks. But, because we're all different. So, I know people that are taking it twice a day that are doing great. I'm getting 4 hours out of each dose. I'll take it. I'm not complaining, because I was getting 2 hours out of just plain Carbidopa, Levadopa, and that's why I switched in the first place. So why did I switch? I switched to get more on time and less dyskinesia. I got the more on time right out of the gate. What I didn't get was less dyskinesia. I actually got more dyskinesia and, like I said, like muscle tightness. Like, it definitely had that issue. But those things seem to be leveling off for me. So again, we're all different. This is just like informational, and always I just want to remind people, like, there's no right or wrong. There's not one way to do Parkinson's. And it's not even one disease. Like, the science is really clear about that we all kind of have different versions, different flavors of this disease. So, if anything, I just want people to understand, like, we're all going through this. A lot of us go through this. Don't beat yourself up about it. I know a lot of times in the past, I felt like I've either thrown in the towel too fast on a medication or stayed on it too long. So I'm trying to, learn from my past mistakes. And for me, I think it was, especially with Rytary, I just didn't feel like I gave it a chance. Where am I? I'm in the sauna. I'm very lucky that I have a sauna, and I'm bringing this up because heat helps. The muscle stiffness and dystonia that I had in my neck, heat helps it. It just does. And there's plenty of research showing the benefits of heat and muscle stuff. I don't need to be a physical therapist to like recommend heat. And you can see just by looking like that my neck is still tense, but not as bad, and it's less painful. Now, surprisingly, what happened was I threw out my back yesterday, and I don't know if it's related to the med change or not, because I also went hiking yesterday in the wrong boots. So, also just a reminder, not everything is Parkinson's. I could have just, like, that could have just happened because of other stuff. So I'm not going to overthink it, but a lot of people with Parkinson's do have back problems, and I do find that the two things that always help me with my back problem, is exercise, which I did this morning. I did 45 minutes of rock steady boxing this morning, and then I'm in the sauna again, this time for my back, but like all my muscles will thank me. I get it, not everybody has a sauna, so I also am probably going to get a heating pad. And I made a joke in a previous video one time about, like, my mom used to put beans in a sock, pinto beans in a sock, warm it up, and use it as a heating pad. So I'm just here to tell you, you don't gotta spend money on everything. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. And my previous recommend on like taking cold showers instead of like a cold plunge, like that's a valid recommendation too. I will never ask you to buy stuff. It's not my jam. I might recommend some books, some videos. If and when I ever do come across a product that absolutely changes my life, of course I will share it. But I just see way too much stuff lately that I feel like isn't the answer and takes advantage of us and preys on our kindness and frankly our suffering. So trust and believe that I will always speak from the heart and share things that I have tried and that have helped me over a long period of time. So as always, I hope this helps.